problem is how do I share screen now?
We can see your screen.
You can see my screen. Okay. I don't see
You're being
this.
recorded. Shrek, snap.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's going in my cherished and everlasting memories.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Sam.
That is the importance. So let me.
There it
So
is.
you are being recorded right now. So hello.
That's amazing.
Hello to you. And let me prepare my script inside. There you go.
Okay, now the presentation is gone.
Ah.
Yeah, it just left.
It just.
Yeah.
Oh. Nothing's working. It's the first time I'm using Google Meet, so this is completely like I do not know how any of this works.
Well, there's a button.
Share screen. I found it.
Yes.
Is it good? Yes.
Yep, bingo.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yep.
we are so back. So back. I don't know how to begin this. Thank you for taking
Thank you.
time to.
Yeah, man. No.
Thank you for taking.
Thank you, dude.
So anyway,
Yeah, appreciate it.
Let's jump right into it. We have a matchup today. My pitch for you today is Size Off, the Satyrian assassin of Mortal Kombat, known as Reptile, versus Aeon Calcos, the infamous Lizardman of Soul Calibur. Two vicious fighting game reptilians who have fallen to madness trying to recover their lost past. Now, before we start, I've made a little Google little research document that lists off pretty much everything I've gathered about this matchup. So I'm gonna try and share it. Where's the chat? There we go. Feel free to fly through it as I ramble on. And if you have any question, hopefully we have time after this. Now, we've had Mortal Kombat plenty of times on Death Battle, so I'm sure you're familiar with Reptile. He is the real name Size Off. He is the last descendant of his race, known as the Satyrians, who got assimilated by everyone's favorite spandex-wearing space warmonger Shao Kahn, to whom Reptile pledged allegiance in exchange that he may free his people, which, sure, yeah, he'll do that eventually. So Reptile continued to serve him for 1,000 years, slaying political opponents and would-be usurpers until he was appointed as a bodyguard for Shang Tsung during the first Mortal Kombat on Earthrealm, and it goes all failures after failures for Zatira boys from here. But despite this, he is desperately convinced that the Khan will honor his side of the deal. Now, naturally, since this is Mortal Kombat, there's like 3 different canons, so it's important to talk about which Reptile I'm talking about here. Plain and simple, they all work. I prefer focusing on the original and the MKX Reptile because they got the most material. But MK1 Reptile, like the new era Reptile, is technically the same Size Off with a different like outlook, I would say, and a different upbringing. But he like keeps the same abilities, so it still works. Abilities that are Mortal Kombat obliges there's several martial arts skills, but also swords, battle axes, launching himself in a ball like Sonic the Hedgehog, invisibility, an extendable tongue to eat people like Yoshi on steroids, commanding serpents, including a giant serpent, boosting his speed and decrease his perception of time with the Basilisk move. Most iconic of all, it's his ability to spew and manipulate acid, which in one of his fatality in Mortal Kombat X can dissolve an entire person in under 10 seconds, which from what I looked up would be 90 times more potent than fluoroantimonic acid, one of the most potent acid created by man. So I think this could be a fun like board of wisdom in the rundown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
This could be a fun moment where if the animated segments come back, we have Boomstick like accidentally drink one and like loses his mustache.
It comes like that'd be very good.
But yeah, but for now, I really wanted to give the spotlight to my personal favorite fighting game character, which is Lizardman. because my boy doesn't get talked about enough, and I think that's sad. But anyway, Aeon Calcos was once a normal Spartan warrior before answering the call of the god of the forge Hephaestus, and became his holy warrior on a quest to destroy the evil blade's soul edge. Unfortunately, Aeon wasn't really lucky because he immediately got himself lost in the desert, got corrupted and turned berserk by Soul Edge's influence, which caught the attention of a cult who then kidnapped him and experimented on him, transforming his body and mind to become the very first Lizardman. Because yes, there is an entire species of Lizardmen running around, but when we talk about Lizardman, we usually talk about Aeon. This is the panel that was supposed to show up, but anyway, which isn't confusing at all. Lizardman's fighting style is all about like rushing down your opponent with aggressive moves, like crawling on the floor to avoid attack, rolling and launching himself in a ball like Sonic the Hedgehog, climb on top of you and scratch you with like his claws, and or just like chopping you down with a set of swords, axes, and shields. Um, and Or there's also the killing bite where he bites you and then he spins around like a crocodile and like RKO you into the floor, which is kind of a cool move. Uh, at first, he was simply brainwashed to obey the cult's command, but after Soul Edge got shattered for the first time and his mind was finally freed, the one thing he wanted most was to just return to be a human again and return to his family. Unfortunately, he would be one step behind everybody in Soul Calibur and in Soul Calibur lore. Whatever plan he had just blew up in his face, and his lizard body over time and his instincts started to take over his mind, and turning him more into a savage animal as time goes on. Only being able to think rationally in his sleep, which I think is kind of messed up. But then, as his monster side kept eating anything in his sight, he started to mutate. And he started to absorb the traits and memories of his prey. So now he can like sprout wings and soar like an eagle, breathe fire after eating a dragon, and sometimes think like a human after eating humans. So now he can only restore his humanity by doing the most inhumane things possible. Aeon's life just sucks overall. But this matchup's
That's crazy.
this
I
I
didn't
never
know
knew that
Lizardman
about this
had this kind
character.
of lore at all. That's dope.
Yeah.
he's a surprisingly tragic character for a guy who's just like he's kind of a joke in a meta sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this matchup is very dear to me because it's two of my favorite fighting game characters ever. When with Lizardman being the one, Reptile is a very close second. It's got a lot of very subtle connections anyone can get around, like fighting game lizards. Woo! But also,
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you scratch the surface, you find like two lost souls plagued by isolation that slowly degrades their mind and body. Like the more you dig into it, the more they're just like they're just meant for each
Yeah.
other. It can
Yeah.
be extremely versatile in terms of creativity. I tend to think of this as a 3D Saberwolf versus John Talbane, where
Yeah.
you can get
Yeah.
you can make it as creatively violent as possible. Not only because of Mortal Kombat, but also it kind of fits Aeon's character in a way. Um, you can also make it tragic because you can basically summarize a lot of their stories by Boomstick just going, boy, their lives just suck. Or like even a kind of a humorous episode because let's face it, they're also like big jobbers in both of their universes. They get a lot of L's. Like I think the only canon Lizardman has, he lost it against Rock, which pretty unfortunate. And finally, for me, to me at least, it's a celebration of all things scaly and reptilians. Reptiles are some of my favorite like animals in real life, and they make for some of the coolest races in pop culture. I think I list a bunch. There we go. I think I list a bunch of races that are kind of dear to me. But yeah, lizards are just cool, and I think this matchup encapsulates pretty much everything that's awesome about them. So Anyway, that is pretty much it for the presentation. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time. If we have.
Trying to think, is
Great.
Orchid Ivy the last time we did a Soul Calibur?
No,
there was a Guts
Guts
versus
in there.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that was it. Okay, but it's still been a while. Yeah, I know there's
That's
Soul Calibur
still
7 rumors going
2015.
around. Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe, man, I feel like this is really a good one. It's super fun, and I like doing some unsung heroes because I definitely feel like these are forgotten characters on the rosters half the time, right?
Reptile's the OG secret character, right? Like
Is-
Reptile is
Yeah.
a hugely important video game character. I love
Yeah,
him.
for that
the
reason, for
OG,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And plus,
Yeah.
we need another colored ninja on the fight.
Mhm.
Like Scorpion,
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, Ermac, and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
I like Ermac. Ermac's my favorite.
He's kind of cool.
Yeah.
One of the what was that's also kind of a connection between the two is that they're both clones in a meta sense because Reptile, he's a Scorpion clone, but Lizardman takes a lot of his moves from Sophitia, from another character in Soul
Yeah.
Calibur, also from Kratos, but that's in Soul Calibur 5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's like the PlayStation exclusive character at the time, right? Yeah. Yeah.
The joke is because he retains the memories of the things he eats, is that he possibly ate Kratos during the.
That would be a good little
the
like
huge
tidbit in the
scaling,
rundown too.
just
Yeah, man, but this is a lot of fun. I totally see it. I think it would be a good one to go with if we're gonna bring Soul Calibur back. Fingers crossed for Soul Calibur 7, because then the hopes continue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doesn't look too good for
I mean,
Calibur. I hate
they
Tekken.
just posted some job listings like a month ago. I saw that people are saying like that's for Soul Calibur. Why else would they be hiring for that? Anyways, but yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate you supporting the show with the pitch. I like this a lot. It's very cool. I think, man, this is the first run of Soul Calibur we've seen in a while, which I always forget how much I love Soul Calibur, especially 1 and 2.
Ben is also
played them so
a
much.
huge Soul Calibur fan.
I love Soul
Yeah,
Calibur too.
Yeah.
We have Soul Calibur shooters here.
All right. Well, thanks so much. I got to go run, but this has been great. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Thank you for making a show that makes me want to support it.
Of course, man. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Bye.
Bye.